Alright, what's good, guys? Hope you're having a good one. So we're gonna be talking about breaking down WandaVision episode. Gonna be breaking down the episode of WandaVision. But before we do, we're gonna have a little fun, because the WandaVision theme song, that song is cooking. Alright, so anyway, I just wanted to get that to start the video out. Alright, so make sure y'all like and subscribe. Let's talk about let's break down the episode, okay? So, about the episode, well, ah man, this one was an interesting one. I'll put it at that. So WandaVision, man. So anyway, so we dive into Vision is starting to remember this is gonna have some spoilers in it. So if you haven't watched episode 5, please go do that before watching this because I'm gonna spoil it for you. So yeah. We're gonna break it down. So I'm a long-term Marvel fan. I watched every Marvel thing possible. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I watched all of them. I've been keeping up everything. So I know everything that when it comes to Marvel. I'm one of those hard. I knew about Endgame before even Endgame came out. I knew all the spoil. I knew all the leaks. I knew they were going back in time and all that before even the trailers came out because all the leaked photos and stuff I found. Anyway, so WandaVision. So Vision is starting to figure out that Wanda is controlling a little bit. When the neighbor walked in and said, "You want to try it again? Let's redo that." And it kind of letting Vision know that it's rehearsed. Right? And then Vision seems to. We find out Vision was taken apart because Vision was dead, and he didn't want no one else to use him as a weapon because he's dead, and he didn't want people to remember. Vision is Jarvis. If you guys don't know who Jarvis is, but Vision didn't want people to use his body as a prop or like as a weapon, and so they took his body apart and put it in one of the sword facilities to keep it safe to follow his wishes. Wanda comes in, breaks in, and steals the body. So we have proof that Vision was dead, and she took his body and brought him back to life somehow. So anyway, they're starting to do the captain that was kid captured and all that kind of stuff is brought back and to they do all these medical scans and they're trying to figure out what's happening. So if we find out that she isn't using manipulation in the head to control objects, she's changing reality as it is. So instead of telling you, let's say that this bottle here was a 1987 bottle, she's manipulating this object, the reality, for it to actually end up being a 1970 bottle. So there's nothing to do about what your mind is perceiving it as. She actually is manipulating it to actually be that object that your mind is seeing it. So they found it out by the pants and clothes that she had on when she entered the inside the whatever it's called. Then we find out that Vision unlocks one of the guy's mind from one of her tricks. So Vision does have some kind of powers. For some reason, somehow, she gave him his abilities, and he's able to control them without her noticing or whatever. And he's able to release this guy from one of her entrapments. And he tells her that he doesn't know how long he's been in there. He's worried about his sister, and he cannot contact his family. So anyway, they fly a drone into the. They find a drone into the facility, and the facility drone. They're able to and the director of Sword, and remember Sword has in some involvement. We think it was Samuel Jackson, and with the ship that he was up in space, and then with Captain Marvel. Um, Probably a lot of involvement with it higher up in the control scope. Because the mom that was in charge of Sword was a really good friend with Captain Marvel, and Samuel Jackson's been to space working with all kind of stuff. But anyway, um, so we get he wants to take fire and kill her on the spot, but Wanda is able to stop it, and she walks out of the thing, and she brings her drone with her, and she threatens all of them. And one thing I want to point out, she does trust the captain because of she's able to manipulate the minds of the soldiers. She's never done it before in all the Avengers movies, all that kind of stuff. She could not control the minds of the people. Well, she could control the minds of people like Iron Man, and she did with but she wasn't able to manipulate them to do what she wanted at that exact time. She can manipulate them, and eventually they might do something like Hulk. He went crazy, but she wasn't controlling her every moves. With her abilities now, she seems like she can actually do that. But she was able to control the soldiers and point the guns at the director, and she just walked right out. She did not point it at the captain. This one thing we noticed, that she did not point out the weapon on the captain. That was actually kind of cool. So that means that her relationship with the captain, even though she feels betrayed, she doesn't have as much anger at the captain. We find out later on at the end of the episode, she brings in her brother. She was surprised though, and that's the thing I want to point out here. She was very surprised that her brother was brought out. And what I mean by that is that if she's controlling everything, and she even tells Vision that a lot of it was here before she even got started, but if she's controlling everything, why was she surprised when her brother walks in? Because she would have known that she was going to have a brother there, so she seems very surprised. So this is one thing I want to point out. I'm looking forward to the teaser for next week. Wasn't really, it was just a lot of clips that we already seen. It wasn't really a lot of new things. So that's why I'm not reacting to the trailer for next week. Hopefully later down the road though, when they release some more promo. But this show is getting interesting. I hope they put like Captain America and like to talk sense into it, because he's still alive. He's just retiring. So if they were to like have him walk in there and talk some sense into it, she sees Captain America as her idol. And if he was able to snap her out of it, he would be the one to do it. Anyway, make sure you guys like, subscribe. It was fun talking about this. I'm a hardcore Marvel fan, so let me know if you guys want more content around this. And yeah.